coronavirus is traveling around the world.
Well, I also thought about purchasing some crypto.
Crypto? What's that, like another pyramid scheme? I don't trust what I can't see.
There's an apartment in Belito.
So whole your family will be asking to stay there for free. And what if the government takes it away, eh?
Dad, I don't think it works like that.
I'll tell you what works. Gold. At your age, I invested in gold coins and it paid for your university fees and your wedding. No contracts, no agreements. Your investment is in your hands and you own it. With a 70% growth in only 5 years, do you still doubt gold investment? Contact RJ Coin today, 031 202 4701, or visit them at 151 Stephen Lamini Road in Musgrave, Durban. Randery Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange, your passport to gold investment.
Lost souls searching for a reason just to stay hidden. Mended beings trying to find what's missing. Wearing the darkness, hoping for the answers.
Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Salam Media with myself, Dr. Dawood. On the Sports Talk this evening, the second segment, we're going to be speaking to Luxolo September, the spokesperson for the PSL. He's going to be chatting to us all about the bio bubble and what it took the PSL to get football up and running in South Africa, again, in line with the government's regulations. In just 1 second. Good evening, Lux. I hope you're doing well there, brother.
Thank you very much, and good evening. I just don't know whether I got you. Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, and I'm sure our listeners can as well at home. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to speak to us. I know that you've got quite a hectic day tomorrow, and you need a good evening rest before you take on the journey tomorrow. Lux, just quickly, for those that do not know, what exactly is a bio bubble?
Well, I mean, the bio bubble is it's actually a fancy name just for a biologically safe environment. It's actually it's not fundamentally different from the World Cup style, whereby teams check in a hotel, stay in that protected environment for the duration of the tournament, and play all the games in this safe environment, whereby nobody from outside is allowed to go inside this camp. That's what it means to be in a bio bubble, basically.
And how difficult was it to align with the regulations that the government put in place in order to allow football to continue again?
Well, for us, the issue of, it was not just a matter of ticking the boxes. It was a matter of ensuring that we don't just comply, but we the tick box aside, but we do it genuinely to ensure that we are safe, the players are safe, and the business of football can carry on. It was not an easy process because it's been going on for quite some time. But I'm very happy that we have managed to come this far.
We definitely are, and I'm sure the rest of South Africa is quite excited to see their favorite teams run out on the pitch again tomorrow. Lux, Nedbank Cup. Yeah, Nedbank Cup's kicking off tomorrow. The substitute law, how exactly would that work for someone who hasn't been following football over in Europe and now suddenly they see all these substitutes on the bench tomorrow?
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, obviously, firstly, the substitutions are not going to, one of the big changes is that the subs are not going to be sitting where they normally sit. They'll be sitting on the stands. The second aspect that is going to be different is that again, something different is that, the subs, instead of in any match you watch, there are 3 substitutions. So now there's going to be 5 substitutions. There will be a 3-window period for those substitutions to take place. That is basically what is going to be happening.
Lux, so that's going to be quite interesting. Obviously, looks like everybody's going to be getting around. The players will be fresh. And talking of the fatigue of the players, now with COVID eating up a good couple of months of our year, and now the leagues will be one on top of the other, How will the PSL be adapting to make sure that the players stay fresh and they stay in the best shape that they can in order to get an
Yeah,
optimal
look,
performance now with
yeah,
the
look,
leagues?
look, COVID has meant that this is not business as usual everywhere and anywhere. So now we have all of us have to adapt to a different way of doing things. And that's the reality of where we are at the moment. And all of us have to get used to the new norm. This is going to mean that we have to change a little bit of what we've been used to, and obviously find a new way of doing a new rhythm, so to speak. But for us, let's focus now on the steps tomorrow and cross other bridges when we get to them.
No, definitely. And you've certainly done a sterling job along with the rest of the PSL in order to make sure that football can come back to our screens as soon as possible. I'm sure the entire South Africa is going to be celebrating. I mean, we've got two of the South African giants in Mamelodi Sundowns and Bidvest Wits taking the pitch tomorrow, as well as Baroka later on that day against Bloem Celtic. Lux, thank you so much. Wish you all the
I hope that people will be watching. I mean, the first game is going to be between Baroka and Bloem Celtic. That is going to be at 2:00 tomorrow. It's going to be followed at 7:15 by Mamelodi Sundowns up against Bidvest Wits.
Lux, before I let you go, about that. So there's two fixtures at one stadium in one day. Is there a sanitization protocol that must be put in place in order to keep the venue safe and so that both teams can play football and nobody is affected?
100%. That's why we have normally we would have played 2:00, 3:00, and 6:00, but there has to be a window to sanitize the venue and ensure that it's ready for the next game.
Lux, thank you so much for your time once again. Hope you have a good evening, a good night's rest, because tomorrow it's back to business as usual.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was Lux September, the PSL's spokesperson, letting us know all about the bio bubble, the precautions the PSL had to take in order to make sure that football can return to our screens as soon as possible. As soon as tomorrow, we've got Mamelodi Sundowns taking on Bidvest Wits in the big one tomorrow evening. Who knows who's going to be taking that one? Would Bidvest Wits be looking to end their era of a club on a high by taking the Nedbank Cup? Who knows? We have to wait until tomorrow evening. In a break, let's just take a quick ad break, and then we'll be chatting to Shonice from the Women in Sport Awards right after this.